All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, people. Point being, folks, the market is correcting today. Shit's in the red. What's going on? Panic sell, FOMO buy. What are we saying? Well, folks, let's talk about Cardano. Do some brief TA here. Concerningly, I think it's going to make it or break it right now for Cardano because we're breaking down below key support levels, the 236 Fibonacci extension, the 236 Fibonacci retracement. I'm not going to zoom out that not that long, but just we're breaking down, or at the very least testing, these two very key levels at $1.14, $1.15. If we start to break below $1.14, $1.15, we have our VPVR point of control at $1.11. I think that's our next short-term stop. And if we break down further, which I think will be likely if we break down below the 236, but we could always find support at the $1.11. Let's say that doesn't hold. Then I think the most important relevant support level is the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. We could see that we pump dump. That is exactly where we found support, 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Very critical, very relevant support level, which is currently at about $1.08. So floors of support, if $1.14, $1.15 can't hold, $1.11, then $1.08. It might be $1.09 by the time you're watching this, wherever the 200 EMA is on the 4-hour. And then aside from that, folks, I'd say, $1.05, nice spike in volume at $1.05, nice price reactive zone. And let's say aside from that, folks, I think our next floor of support, if that doesn't hold, could be anywhere from, $1, nice psychological level. But then again, you could draw levels anywhere. So really, I think what's important here, $1.11, $1.08, $1.09, wherever the 200 EMA is on the 4-hour, and then $1, nice psychological level. And then where the 382 Fibonacci retracement level is, which is at about 92 cents, nice peak in volume at 92 cents, so 90 to 92 cents, our next leg of support. And then aside from that, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, which is at 75 cents. So I know these are a lot of areas of support here, folks, but bottom line is, breaking down below 236 on the Fibonacci retracement, we could actually go to these levels here, but understanding the likelihood of falling back down to perhaps our next Fibonacci level, I think we need to understand and follow how we react off of $1.11 and $1.08, $1.09 here. The more critical support levels we fall down below, the more likely it is that we see that bearish continuation. So let's pull out our indicators here. And it's kind of a bad day for the market as a whole. Everything's kind of down. Everything's kind of moving down here. So why don't we start by looking at the daily picture, kind of get a sense of the macro trend here. So we had a bearish crossover in the daily MACD. We tried to have a bullish one, couldn't really happen, wasn't long lived, and we had a bearish crossover, kept going down. Way to MACD acts as a leading indicator on the regular MACD, going down on the daily. Very bad news bears, very no bueno. Same with the RSI, same with this stochastic. Everything's on the way down. So we go to the 12. 12 doom and gloom. The sky's falling. Let's take a look at the 6. More doom and gloom. More of the sky's falling. Let's take a look at the 2. 2-hour. Ooh, look at that bearish crossover in the 2-hour in the oversold region. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so we're falling. See, yeah, we're falling as is. We're falling below 236. Yeah, we fell below 236. So, this could always be a fake out. It happens all the time, but it's not a good sign that we fell below the 236 on the Fibonacci extension and the retracement. Very bad news bears. So, even the 1-hour bearish, just look at the half. I want to see if we can find any strength building up. Not even. The half, the stochastic RSI, but like barely. Let's look at the 5. Even the 5 minutes bearish. Literally every time frame for Cardano looks bearish right now, which makes sense. We fell below critical TA. We fell below critical support. $1.15, $1.14 was that critical level, and we're falling below. So let's see if we hold $1.11, folks. If we don't, very bad news bears. So another chart that we can look at to try and find where we could potentially anticipate hidden support or resistance for Cardano is the Cardano Bitcoin pairings. So right now I've drawn what I think could be a support level, a nice price reactive level on the Cardano Bitcoin pairing, which is kind of like the 2-0 region, or the 1922 region here. So I'm not going to count all those decimals. The point being, price reactive level, kind of a peak in volume here. So I think falling down to within, probably better to draw this as a range here, somewhere within this range probably makes a lot of sense in my opinion. So whenever Cardano falls to this range, I could anticipate or possibly finding at the very least a temporary leg of support there, and that's probably when, see, look at that, we're dropping. That's probably when we could find a temporary floor of support for Cardano. So folks, yeah, it's not just Cardano. Look, Bitcoin's breaking down. I was considering entering a trade. I was kind of trading this region, but this is messy. I got out of my trade. I'm more so gonna just wait to see if Bitcoin falls below 55,400, basically this wick and this wick. If it does, I think we're probably gonna see bearish continuation. Same with Ethereum, folks. Ethereum's not looking too hot. Ethereum fell below the critical level of 1740, but again, the question is, will it hold below 1740? Because all the time we wick below, and then we go back up. So the question is, will we break below 1740? I think ultimately the last stand is 1720. 1720 and really 1710 is where we wicked to and did find support. So we see how here we did break below 1740 a few times, but then we went back up. So the question is, will this be something similar? As soon as we break this range here, this green range here, 1720, 1710, I think we're going for further leg down. Probably going to re-enter the mid 1500 range. I'd say about 1750, 1720. It's probably where we fall to if this range here cannot hold as support. And yeah, folks, the whole market is taking a bit of a leg down today, kind of a bearish day, which is interesting because Bitcoin dominance is continuing to fall, which is interesting to see. So, folks, looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart can sometimes be a pretty good gauge of what the altcoin market is saying. Whenever it rises, altcoins typically suffer. Whenever it falls, altcoins typically benefit. But, on a day where everything's falling, everything just falls. So, it's kind of like a general rule of thumb. But, it's not the end all be all, right? Like, it's just another data point. So it seems like we are testing that 11 cent range here, that VP, our point of control, where the most volume was traded. If we fall below this, we're probably going to go for that next leg down of about $1.08 here to retest this EMA. Hopefully that holds as support. We'll see if we can make a macro higher low. Then we're still long-term or macro bullish. But if we start making macro lower highs and macro lower lows, oof, very bad news bears. Very no bueno. Again, at those key levels, $1.05. Dollar, obviously psychological level, and then 90, 92 cents, 93 cents VPR point of control price reactive zone. We have one of our Fibonacci retracement levels right there, and then the 75 cent to about 65 cents aside from that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking in terms of support levels for Cardano. Now look, folks, for if there's newer people watching this, you may be feeling like you want to panic sell, but just I'll share my perspective and my 2 cents. I'm a long-term investor. I think the short-term doesn't matter at all because I think we're in a bull run that's likely to end around the end of this year. So I think everything that happens in the short-term is just noise. All these corrections, all this short-term panic selling and FUD is just short-term noise. Folks, the cryptocurrency, look at that, we keep breaking below. I should have entered a short. Anyways, but folks, point being, the cryptocurrency markets have never been more developed. There's never been more demand and less supply. The global reserve currency, the US dollar, is printing like there's no tomorrow. There's, in terms of the crypto cycles, we still have the better part of a year of bull run ahead of us. So there's so many macro long-term fundamental factors pointing towards the long-term bullishness of crypto. I'm really unbothered by the short term, folks. We have massive corrections all the time. Like, look, I don't know if you got in recently, but look, there's always corrections everywhere you look. Correction, massive dips, massive corrections all the time. This is commonplace in crypto. So this is nothing to be scared of, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are not financial advice, but I'm if anything, I'll be looking to buy these dips, especially if Ethereum's. Yeah, I'm gonna enter a fucking short here, folks. I'm gonna enter a short. I'm gonna wait to see if we break below these levels here. But if we do, I'm probably gonna short this some more. Let's see what Bitcoin's saying. Oh, yeah, I'm entering short. Hold on here. I got my chart pulled up on a different screen, so just give me a second. Yep. I'm in a short, and I'm in a short. So let me place my stop loss here for Bitcoin. I'll probably want to place it maybe 55,725, something like that, 55,725. So just give me a sec here, just a bit of live trading, 725. Yep. So I got my stop loss set. Perfect, good to go. So I'm in a Bitcoin short, folks. So let's zoom out here and talk about potential price targets of where we could go to. Well, so a few things to describe here. We broke below. So we were in our wedge here. So we can kind of just describe what's going on. So we were in this wedge and we're breaking down. And so typically what we do when we break down from triangles, we'll take the height of the triangle, move it to the breakout point, and that's typically the length of where we could fall to, which lands at, you know, just about 48,000. But, you know, I think 50,000 is also a nice psychological level. So another reason why I think Bitcoin's looking very bearish right now and the whole market as a whole is because, look, we just fell below the 100 EMA on the 4 hour. You can see that here support, here support, here support. And we're now falling below it. We went back up to retest it, got rejected. This is very bearish. We're going to see bearish continuation. Very reactive level, the 100 EMA on the 4 hour. It's a larger time frame. It's a significant EMA. We fell back down, went back up, retested it, very bearish. So yeah, I think we're probably gonna see bearish continuation here, folks. Now I think honestly we're probably gonna, in terms of price targets, I mean, it depends how conservative or how aggressive you want to be. As a short-term price target, I would probably put my take profit right, like if I just want to make this a very quick trade and not hold it too long, right above this peak in volume, so like 54,000, like 330-ish. That's probably where I place my stop or my take profits. So let's see, you know, I roughly entered probably like somewhere here. So, you know, I'm looking at maybe like a 1.5-ish% move if I'm right, but I'm trading leverage. So by the way, folks, trading leverage is very, very risky. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check. Oh, I'm in profit a decent amount already. So one thing I love doing whenever trading in the trade happens to go my way, I'll place my stop loss in profit. That way, no matter what happens, I'm still making money. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to place my stop loss in profit. Just give me 1 sec here, folks. So 301. Yeah, so my entry price was 55306, and I'm placing my stop loss at 55301. So I really won't make much profit at all. I'll probably break even, but hey, breaking even is better than losing money. I'd rather break even and not make a profitable trade than lose money. So you know, I am up on this trade a decent amount already. So as a short term, so what I'll probably do, because this could continue falling quite a bit more. Yeah, this trade's going well. So what I'll do is I'll just use a trailing stop loss. So let's zoom into the short term here and kind of describe how I could manage this trade. So what I'll do is, let's go to the 1 minute. And whenever I'm trading, I like to look at lots of different factors. So in this case, I'll bust out the market cipher. I don't usually talk about market cipher in the videos because most people, it's a paid indicator, and most people don't have access to it. So let me just look up the, I'm trading on BTC, USDT, USDTP. So I'm trading on Binance right now, Binance Futures. So let's see what are we saying here. So actually, yep, there we go. Let's take a look at the 5 minute chart here. What are indicators saying? So everything's down. Everything's down. Okay. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll use a trailing stop loss where I place my stop loss on top of the previous 1 minute candle. So as soon as this 1 minute candle closes, ooh, I'm up quite a bit in profit. So I'll place my stop loss. Hold on, 44649, 44649. Yeah, so this is where I'm going to place my stop loss, 44649. And then every new, sorry, hold on, give me 1 sec. Let me just place this and then I can talk. 54649. Oh my god. Yeah, so this trade's going well. Yeah, so look, I placed my stop loss in profit. It's going up now. I might get stopped out. That's okay. Point is being, I might get stopped out. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out in profit. I'm in decent profit now, so I'm happy. If we fall down further, like every 1 minute candle we form, I'll just move my stop loss to the top of that candle, top of the candle. So let's say, for example, I got in here, right? So then let's say we start falling. I'd place my stop loss here, place my stop loss here or here. Every 1 minute candle that forms, I'll just move my stop loss. So right now I have my stop loss placed at 649. So if I get stopped out, I'm gonna get stopped out in pretty decent profit on this trade. So that's kind of what I look at in terms of trading. You know, falling below critical support. You know, we wait for confirmation. Like for example, we went back up to retest the 100 EMA on the 4 hour, and we got rejected. We fell below that previous price level. Which was it here? If we zoom back out a bit, so. Yeah, so we fell below this previous wick, and we fell below the Actually, let's go to the 4 hour. We can say this much more concisely, folks. So we fell below the 100 EMA in the 4 hour, and we fell below this wick. That was enough for me to enter this trade. And so as soon as the trade started to go a bit my way, I just placed my stop loss and profit. Now, no matter what happens, this is going to be a pretty decent trade for myself. So, and look, if it goes further, I'll just move my stop loss. So that's one trading strategy that I'm trying to implement more and more. Folks, you know, if you want to trade, I invite you guys to check out Bybit. Link for that down in the description below. Just be aware that trading is a learned skill. It's very difficult. You can't half-ass it. The vast majority of new traders lose, the vast majority of them. So if you want to trade, if you guys want to learn how to trade these markets, I really encourage you guys to spend all your time learning TA and not trading until you're very confident in TA. If you are already confident in TA, check out Bybit. It's genuinely my favorite exchange to trade on. Very user-friendly, very intuitive. I can't for trading, when it comes to trading, Bybit's my favorite exchange, so check it out. Link for that down in the description below. All right, folks, I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.